Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre the Game, my dear guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening into another Gamer's Thoughts discussion. And Street Fighter V Championship Edition may possibly be heading to the Switch. Now, I'm saying may possibly be coming to the Switch because EBGames Canada put up an announcement that they took down that Street Fighter V Championship Edition was going to be heading to the Nintendo Switch and to pre-order it in store. And then following that, they had to post a tweet to say that Street Fighter V Championship Edition for the Nintendo Switch, that they were advertising that the details were inaccurate and it was posted in error. The intention was for the tweet was to highlight the PS4 version of the game. Now, okay, it's not hard to say Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 4. There's no mix-up of those two things. The only way that there would be a mix-up of that kind, logically speaking, is if there was some information about Street Fighter V going to the Nintendo Switch and it was mixed up, or in the same packet of information, that information for the Champion Edition of Street Fighter V for the PS4 and PC was there. That's the only thing I can think of, is that this information was there. And, somebody mixed up the information that was supposed to be revealed because the Champion Edition for the Switch wasn't supposed to be talked about until there was an official announcement. It's a horrible thing, but it might be the case. And it would not shock me if Street Fighter V was actually going to be coming to the Switch. I'm not saying it is, but based on what's happened, it might be. And, the messed up thing was, I was actually going to do a pitch for Switch video as a joke for Street Fighter V for the Switch. And I absolutely hate that game. But it might actually be happening. I have no real words for this. Other than, hey, if you're going to do a Capcom, y'all might as well just spill the beans now and get it out the way. Because, now, if you guys do make an announcement for that game coming to the Switch, and people will go back, because this tweet has been screen capped by tons of people, but they'll go back and say, oh, so they were telling us the truth, but you guys hogtied them and told them that they couldn't say that, so they came out and made a correction that wasn't even a correction. That actually makes Capcom look bad in the long run when it comes down to it. And on top of that, if you're going to be doing this type of stuff, and you put out that information, you give it to the stores, because the stores have to kind of have that information ahead of time, because you got to coordinate when it's going to be out for people to purchase. I understand that. Make sure, if you're going to give them information that they can announce, that you highlight the information that you want announced, and you keep the stuff that you don't want announced plain text. I don't know how you guys organize it, but I'm pretty sure there was some disorganization of the information that you gave to EBGames. That's the only way that something like this happens. It's not the only way, but that's the most logical way I could see something like this happening, that you sent information for EBGames and because honestly, it was probably a jumbled mess. And I'm of that way of thinking. That was a jumbled mess, viewing how many things Capcom has botched. I'm going to assume that you guys messed up. And then you said, oh, hold up, we can't have that announced yet. And somebody got on the phone and said, hey, GameStop, EBGames, whoever, whichever office you guys talk to. They're like, look, this needs to be fixed now. We didn't announce this yet. We made no mention of it yet, and we really don't want people to know that this is coming to the Switch until we do a proper trailer for it. I mean, at least that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. And then they were like, oh man, who was on social media that day, man? Who was running it today? And some random guy named Greg got pulled to the side, and they said, look, Greg, you got to go back and tell people that this was a mistake. You were supposed to be talking about the PS4 version of the game. Because I believe that the PS4 version, Championship Edition, is getting, like, it would make sense because that would be getting a physical copy. That would be replacing the other ones. It wouldn't make sense that it's a pre-order, though. But then again, it's not like Capcom wouldn't do that. So there you go. Plus, I know that there would be plenty of people that say, well, if I'm going to get Street Fighter V, I might as well wait until the latest version comes out where they add the extra characters in. And just get that one. Instead of getting the older versions of it and then paying for the extra characters. Unless you can get a really good deal doing it. But again, that's just my opinion on it. I don't like that game. I really don't like that game. The way it's set up, the way it looks, everything to me, it's crappy. I really do not like that game. So, yeah, the way it looks, the way it feels, I can't stand it. But I know that there are people that do like it, and again, this announcement is there, so I was just giving my thoughts on how it got messed up. Because I really did have the thought to go ahead and just do a Street Fighter V video for my Pitch for Switch series. I was going to do that, and then I'm like, oh, well, I won't have to do that now. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys very much for joining. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me, and until next time, enjoy your games and peace out.